Hi there guys, I'm here with Tom from Sir You're Being Hunted. Tom, pleasure to meet you.
You too, hello.
So, tell us a little bit about your game.
Okay, well, Sir You're Being Hunted is a procedurally generated, open world, sort of stealth FPS. So it kind of takes place across an archipelago of 5 islands. They're all generated. Every time you play the game, you can build a whole new set, a whole new world to play in, which gives you kind of a unique experience. And then those islands are populated by a bunch of AI, different tools and weapons, resources that you can use to kind of complete the game. But the main task is basically to pick up a number of pieces from a broken device to repair it, to get away from the islands that you're trapped on.
So, the game's described as brilliantly British. What is your inspiration behind Sir You're Being Hunted?
Well, I guess it's the same old thing about like taking your inspiration from what's around you, and it's very easy for you to make a game and like look at like Hollywood films or the sort of the obvious kind of resources that you've got. But since like half of the team live pretty much in the countryside, it sort of made sense to sort of look around and think, no, this is quite. I've never seen this in a game. This would be an interesting place to actually explore. And there is something kind of spooky and like unnerving about it sometimes. So
with your pint of ale in one hand and your pistol in the other.
That's right. So we thought we'd play off on that kind of idea.
Oh, I mean, obviously it's quite a niche market. You're on Steam at the moment. How has Steam treated you? I mean, obviously we're seeing a lot of things now with like Steam Greenlight and Early Access. What is it like being part of the Steam community?
Actually, it's been really good. I mean, I guess we went on Steam for about a month or so on the Early Access program, but before that we had a Kickstarter campaign and we was successful, and then we've been having the backers from that campaign also playing the alpha before that, and I think Steam's been great, obviously, in that it's enabled us to reach a wider market, and it's also been really good. It's let a lot of people more into the game, but what's been best about the whole process, including the people that bought through Humble and Early Access, has been the amount of feedback we've got from the players, and like helping us to sort of fine-tune and hone the game.
Well, I mean, speaking to the other indie developers, they mirrored that view. I mean, one of the best things about Alpha is you can change.
Yeah.
You are not a AAA title who's released and said, deal with it. Mass Effect 3, for example, deal with it.
Yeah.
So, the indie market, it has changed. In the past couple of years, we've seen a massive expansion. Would you say being an indie developer is preferable to being a big developer?
Well, it certainly is for me, because I'm not sure I could hack it working in a big kind of monoculture where I was just given one specific job in the game, because I feel like I wanted to have an opinion on other aspects of it, and I might not be able to do that. And this gives us the freedom, basically, to do the sort of game we want to play, the games that we want to make, and also respond to the community and sort of answer them directly. Not have a sort of marketing campaign or the focus groups to work out what people want. Just talk to them, and they'll
Well, I mean, obviously word of mouth has played a big part in online advertising, Twitter, your Kickstarter campaign. Well, Kickstarter, is crowdsurfing the way forward for the indie community?
It's an interesting time at the minute. I think it has been really exciting. I suspect that we're going to see a little bit of a sort of period where things fail, because inevitably there's a lot of projects that just aren't going to have happened. Yeah. People have misbudgeted, or there's been issues with the way that they've planned things. So that might cause a little bit of ill feeling, and you can already see a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think you should throw out the whole system because of that. I mean, people that have kickstarted us have been really pleased about how quickly we've actually got things through to them and how frequently we're updating things. So I think it can be done. It's just like any of those kind of investment sort of systems, there's always issues that kind of teething problems, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, obviously, as you said, people are disheartened by failed Kickstarters, but you're a success story in yourself. So, we're in Alpha. What can we expect in the future?
Well, at the minute we're pushing out 1 or 2 updates a month through the Early Access, through Steam, and also through our Humble store and so on. And that's including like an additional number of island types. So we were introducing an industrial type island and a castle type island, and a number of new enemy NPCs. So we're going to have a poacher who basically stalks in the woods, lays traps. We're going to have horses, like robotic horses that can chase you across the countryside, and a tall kind of landowner guy who'd stalk you kind of. So we've got all those sorts of things coming in, and then we're looking at hopefully finishing the kind of final kind of 0.1 release January, February next year.
Okay, thank you very much, Tom. Been a pleasure. Cheers.
Cheers.
Feedback, and we just have a really good community. We almost always only hear just positive things.
Oh, that's brilliant. Then. Cool. Well, what's like the best aspect about this game, do you think?
I'd say the narrator.
Narrator.
Yeah, we have Richard Ridings, who has been in other